get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 3 gang, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Part 3 gang, y'all. Let's like, share, subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. That jump was crazy. All hands on the yard. Yeah, this got to get used to you, right? He was talking all that. I was like, man, jump. We go to the fence, holler at bro, man. You know what I mean? Make the situation happen. Another dude walk over there, that's an our part. He seen him, he like, yo, that jump. He was like, yeah, y'all ain't know. They said, yeah, since he been in 2 buildings. They said, yeah, he was already messing with a boy. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what? Like, I haven't kept up with him since he been out. It's been a little minute. I'm gonna be honest with y'all now. Like, I've been in 3D for a while now. Like, they've been out the hole probably a little while now. So I'm like, wait, like, yeah, he was in 2 building messing with a boy. They say he was upstairs in 2C messing with a boy. I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, yeah, he had a boy. So I'm like, it wasn't adding up to me. I'm like, he had a boy? I'm like, yeah, he had a boy. I'm like, he looked like a boy. He was like, man, I don't know what's going on now. I don't know what's going on now. First he used to be the top. Now he like the bottom. I'm like, just to hear an old dude say that, man, that kind of gave me like he had experience with the shake, rattle, and roll lingo, man. So possibility. I was like, how you think of that fast? He went from the top to the bottom. I was like, that's wild right there. I was like, man, that's crazy. I was like, man, that's just crazy. This man standing on the fence, man, looking like a girly boy. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. Like, there's a lot of people in there in prison that look like that. But like, to seeing somebody that was like a man when he was in the cell, my bro, now they talking about since he been out the hole, he been messing with the boys and all of this, man. Now he looked like he a boy now. I didn't understand it, man. I didn't understand it, y'all. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on, man. But at the end of the day, it just looked like he was definitely best friends with that booty bandit, man. You know what I mean? So I leave that alone. I dip back down to the other side of the fence. And I tell my man, we'll get back down. And I say, bro, listen, bro, there's some wild stuff going on down here. He like, what? I said, bro, you don't know the dude, Greg? He was like, Greg. I was like, from such and such. He was like, oh, yeah. He shit, rattle, and roll. He didn't say that, though. I was like, yeah, damn right. I was like, yeah, he do, bro. I said, I didn't know. He was like, yeah, he messed with the boy upstairs. He got a boy upstairs. I'm like, bro, he up there. He down there by the water cooler dressed like a boy. He was like, for real? I'm like, yeah. He was like, well, I didn't know that. I know he was in 2 buildings messing with a boy. I know that. Like, I'm like, he was in the cell with the dude Mo. Like, I ain't even want to say that. I said it in my mind because I ain't want to put a lot of people in Mo business. You know what I mean? Now, when Mo got out the hole, Mo went to 4 buildings. Now, since Mo been out the hole, I haven't really conversated with Mo. I haven't even been able to say anything. You know what I mean? Really kick it with him. We'll speak and stuff like that. We ain't never kick it. You know what I mean? Mo back up to doing Mo trying to find emotion. But when I did see him, man, after that situation, when I saw the nigga Greg, after I saw the dude Greg, I was like, yo, bro. I said, man, what's going on with your old celly? He was like, man, I heard he gay. Yeah, I heard he shake, rattle, and rolling. Man, I heard he shake, rattle, and rolling, man. I don't know, man. Like, that dude he was talking to in the hole when he used to come back there. I was like, yeah. He was like, man, like I don't know what they got going on. Like, the man still won't talk to me to this day. Like a real woman. He cut me off like a real woman. I'm like, real man? He was like, yeah, he ain't spoke to me since. I be seeing him sometime. He was like, but since I seen him, you see how he was dressed? I was like, bro, that's what I was just about to say. I said, man, that man was standing down by the water cooler, bro, with some Daisy Dupes on, bro. He was like, shh, I don't know, man. I don't know reason, man. He was like, man, for real, everything happened for a reason. That's why I'm glad I'm out to sail with him, man. I was like, man, I know, man. I was like, this y'all crazy, man. This y'all wild. So kind of Mo gave me confirmation, like basically like he didn't know what was going on either. So I guess nobody really knew what was going on with this guy, Greg. You know, like, what can we do about it, y'all? This is the stuff that happens all the time in penitentiary. So I'm gonna flash forward the tape a little bit, man. A little time that went on, a lot of decent amount of time that went on, man. I finally went to the freaking hole from 3D. I went to the hole from 3D, y'all. I wasn't happy about going to the hole from 3D because I used to like 3D. I was used to 3D by now. I was over there over a year and change. I was used to being in the block. I was used to my cell. I was used to being able to move around in the hole. I was used to all those things until they finally came and put my joint in the cup. And then it was a wrap. like the rest of them when they went down, man. I was going down again for my third dirty game, y'all. This is my third one. I'm sick. I ain't even gonna lie. Gotta lose my visits. Gotta explain to mom, dude, she can't come see me. I gotta do all of this, man. This is what I gotta do. So like, I wasn't feeling good about this time around. You know what I mean? I was telling myself like, you know what, man, I gotta leave that la alone. I gotta leave it alone this time around because this is the only thing that they get me for, man. So I have to leave this alone. That's what I was telling myself. So while I was in the hole, I was able to reflect and just think about the things that I was gonna do right when I got out. And the first thing was gonna be leave the la alone, man, because I'm like, you know what, I can't stay on an account where they just be always putting me in the cup. So that's where a little bit of my motivation slightly came to, like, I gotta get off this camp. I gotta get off substance, man, because they're not even letting you mess with the la like you want to. So I did my time in the hole. I was back there for almost 70 days, and I got out and I went to 2B. Now, 2B is the pod I be telling y'all about. It had a majority of old heads in there, mixed in with a little bit of the young dudes, but a decent amount of shake, rattle, and rollers slightly because it's just like a pod that just, you know, ain't a lot of dudes in there wild. You know what I mean? They probably doing other activities, but like, I never was in 2B. I always was in 2C. I never went to no other pod except 2C until I went to 2B. 2A is the non-tobacco pod, 2B is a regular population, 2D is a regular population, and 2C is a regular population. It's 4 pods in the building. I never been to no other pod except 2C until I had to go to 2B. So now that I'm in 2B, I was able to get get used to it quick. And I'm in the last cell. They put me in 34 cells. So I'm in cell 34. When my roommate worked in the kitchen, I was cool because I was always dolo. But after I got my stuff together, when I first moved in there, I come down the steps, I was starving. I was starving, man. I ended up striking because when I got out the hole early at 12 noon. So when I got out the hole, the sergeant was like, look, I'm gonna send you the property, get your property before the property officers get off. Usually when dudes get out the hole, it'll be the evening time, they'll just drag you into the next day. You know what I mean? But I was so hungry, man. I think he could see that I lost weight when I was back there. So he was like, look, go get your property. So I went and got my property, man. I didn't even have a chance to really scope out who was in the pod or who's what, or whatever the case. I just ran to get that food, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. So after I had got my stuff together, I had came out and took a shower, which was right by my cell. I had took a shower, cleaned up a little bit. Then I ran straight downstairs, man, to kind of make me something to eat. So I'm getting my food ready. I'm messing with the hot water. I'm doing all of this. I'm sitting there. I'm making me a little swole. You know what I mean? I'm starving. I'm about to crush a swole and some saltine crackers, man. I'm starving, y'all. Like, no, I ain't joking, man. I'm starving. So, like, I'm putting it together. I'm down there putting it together. I don't really know nobody. There was a dude in there from Norfolk that was an older dude. There was a couple of other little young dudes in there from the beach. There was a few dudes in there, but, like, you know, I ain't really, I'm dolo. You know what I mean? I got my property. I got my headphones back. I'm getting my swole. I'm getting my junk right. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, getting the junk right. Crazy. I feel somebody go. I turn around, I'm like, it's the dude, Greg. I'm like, I look, I'm like, move the headphones. I'm like, what's up? He like, you in this pod now? I'm like, his voice changed. He was like, you in this pod now? I'm like, yeah, I just moved in here. He was like, oh, all right. You know, I can still be getting the la-la if you still looking. If you looking for something, I still be getting the la-la. You know what I mean? Like, this time around, he wasn't looking like a dude acting like a woman. He was looking like a dude. You know what I mean? So he was like, yeah, you know, I still be getting the la-la. You know, I still be getting the la-la. So I'm like, all right, that's what's up. He was like, yeah, let me know if you need something. I was like, all right, bet, I got you. He was like, all right, good to see you out the hole. I was like, all right. Did the fist pound game, y'all, so boom. Pause. I didn't want to do nothing. But I did, you know what I mean? But I'm like, let's do it in the block. So I kept making my food. I'm seeing dudes chase those dudes from other pods chasing dudes buying stuff, you know what I mean? So I'm like, that junk crazy, man. I'm like, this junk wild, man. So I looked, it was a dude 229 in our block. So I'm right at the table by the door. That's how I was able to see all this. I'm like right at the table by, not too far from the sliding door, but it's like the furthest table slice. So I'm making my stuff. I see it was a dude 229. The CEO let him 229. I ain't get it, man. Look. It was a little dude, looked young, looked stupid in the face. He like he was mixed or something with black and white. And he just looked green. And I seen him coming out of the dude Greg's cell. As soon as he leave out of Greg's thing, he go downstairs, stand by the front door. The CEO let him out. The CEO let him back out. He went straight to 2A right there. I would have seen him go up the steps. He hit the corner, went straight to 2A. So I'm like, I look, Greg coming down, about to get in the shower. I'm like, this junk crazy, man. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, man. This junk wild. I look up again. Now I see the booty bandit dude in the block. I'm like, he over at the table laughing and joking. I'm like, this junk crazy, man. Like, what the heck they got me at, man? You know what, though? I'm happy to be out the hole, man. I kept making my food. Man, I'm trying to pick her up. I'm like, shh. I'm crazy, but I'm looking out. Start smelling the la-la. I'm like, that junk smell good, man. You know what I mean? That junk crazy, man. I seen the old head proposal. I said, hey, I'll let you real quick. Walk in, he was like, what's up, nephew? I'm like, hey, look, you will be getting a la-la like that. Greg was thinking of la-la. He was like, yeah, he be getting that stuff, man. He was like, but I don't be messing with the la-la, man. He was like, man, my homeboy said, man, he be putting it in the tootie. I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, he said he be putting it in his tootie. I'm like, so he be boofing the chunk, man? He was like, yeah. I'm like, I couldn't do nothing but just think back to a year ago, man. Like, I wonder, was he boofing it back then, y'all? So boom. That was a good question for myself, but I didn't have the answer. I didn't know what to think. I'm like, if he boofing it now, he was boofing it then. That's what I told myself, man. Instantly, I just said, start spitting stuff out, man. Pause. I didn't know why, but I just felt like doing it, man. I'm like, I know for a fact the dude Mo probably knew. He probably knew. He probably was lying the whole time, but he probably didn't even know, because when the dude Greg come from the VI, he put the cut up and he don't know what he doing anyway. You know what I mean? Ain't like he gonna be like, yo, here go the balloons. He ain't showing him no balloons, man. You know why? Because he put it in his tutor, y'all. So boom. I was angry for the moment, but I had to let it go. You know, crazy things happen in penitentiary. Y'all already know where we at. And these are the things you have to go through, man. Y'all know I like la-la. I gotta battle this stuff, man, getting through the border. I gotta make sure it's the right product, the right people, all this. And this one might have got past me, man, because right now, they say this man is putting it in his tutor. I didn't understand it, man, but I was like, you know what? I'll never buy from him again. And when the old head told me that, I was like, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I clapped the joint. I ain't even want to buy nothing from them. I go outside later on that day. I see my homeboy in 2C. I said, yo, bro, who got the la-la? He was like, I got a little bit. What you looking for? I was like, bro, I'm trying to buy 2 feezies, bro. He was like, all right, bet. So he sell me the 2 feezies. When he sell me the 2 feezies, I was like, yeah, bro, I was gonna cop. You know the dude Greg, bro. Like, they told me he put it in his tutor down and all that. He was like, man, I don't buy nothing from him, bro. He was like, man, like, he messing with the boy that's upstairs and the boy downstairs and the non-tobacco bar. He was like, he got a couple of boys. He was like, man, I ain't messing with him. I was like, you right, I'm gonna leave it alone too. So, like, with me being in the pod now, I'll say about a month now. Let's fast forward a little bit, man, because I definitely ain't getting no la-la from him. Let's get past that. So we like a month, so now it's like a month later, month and change later, something like that. Now I moved from 34 cell down to cell 5. Now I'm downstairs. I had to get out that corner. Cell 5 was the only option. I couldn't get on the top 10 no more, so I just wanted to get to a better situation. You know what I mean? So I got in cell 5 with a cooler roommate. So now I'm in cell 5. Little time has been going on. So this man, Greg, he has went from a guy that was shake, rattling, and rolling with these little dudes that were the boys in the pod and these blocks with these dudes that were boys, to now I look up, this man is sitting on the old head lap. I couldn't believe it when I saw it, man. Like, it was crazy to see. I was waiting for cell break. I'm standing at my door. I'm not really looking at the whole part. I'm like this at the door. I'm waiting for them to open my door. I'm like, yo, bro, tell her open 5, bro. My roommate like, man, open 5 up. Open cell 5. I'm standing at the door like this. I got my shower bag. I'm like, shh. And like, open cell 5. So the lady taking her sweet time. So it finally opened up. That y'all open up. I come out. I look. This dude Greg sitting at the old head lap. The old head like this. He got him on his lap. He like, yeah, hey, look, come on, man. Yeah, I climb tall trees. Yeah, I like to climb tall trees. That's what I do. Yeah. And I just look at the old head. He's so short. He trying to massage the dude. I'm like, I'm seeing all this as I walk to the shower. He trying to massage Greg. He like this. That man looked like he was riding a Harley with the high handlebars, y'all. So boom. He was like this. We loosen you up. Greg was like, I was like, oh my God. I was shocked. Boom. Covered it all up. Ah. Let me out of prison. I'll never come back to this place. I promise you, God. But you know what, though? I gotta black this stuff out, man. It's crazy, man. I'm like, yo, this is wild, man. I'm like, this is crazy right here, man. So the old head from Portsmouth, he see the jump. I see his face. He looking crazy at it. He's standing by his cell. He in cell 13. He like, they on the bench right there. He just looking at it. I get out the shower. I see the old head looking at it. He like, I was like, you're crazy, man. I was like, what's up, huh? He was like, these motherfuckers right here, dog, man. These motherfuckers nasty, dog. These motherfuckers right here, man. This shit crazy, man. He said, this shit, wow, look at this motherfucker, man. He said, this man now went from the top to the goddamn bottom. Ain't that some shit, nephew? I was like, after I thought about it, I'm like, Like, that is some sick shit to think about and say. But he went from the guy that was at the top hitting dudes. Now he getting hit his damn self. Now he on the bottom. I'm like, man, this shit is crazy. Prison is nuts. I couldn't do nothing but laugh when Unc said that. Pause. I'm telling y'all, man, it sounded super crazy, freaky, nasty, whatever you want to think of, man. And Unc wasn't using no pauses back then at all. But when he said it, I just couldn't do nothing but laugh. I'm like, jump crazy, man. I was like, I can't believe this, man. I was like, that jump wild, man. He was like, yeah, man. Look at him, man. Yeah. I was like, that jump crazy. So they was sitting in each other's lap, all booed up. Everything was straight. You know what I mean? Everything peaches and cream. I'm like, this jump crazy. The next day roll around, sergeant come in that jump, man. Sergeant female come in the joint and moved them in the cell together. I couldn't believe it. I was like, as I'm watching the movie being done, the old head is happy. The old head is so happy. He already preparing dinner. He's sitting at the table cutting up a sausage and pickle. He getting the meal ready, man. The boy moving in, the dude Greg moving in the jump. He moving in the cell. I'm like, the whole time I've been in this block, this is the first time I've been in a block. Like, you know what? I'm new. Don't nobody really know me like that. Some people know me from the compound, but like it wasn't a lot of dudes in there I rock with. It wasn't. Y'all was like a whole new batch of dudes. And for real, like, I told myself, I was like, I don't want to go to 2C. I was like, I don't know anyone to go to 4 building. But I'm like, it isn't crazy to the point where like this is affecting me. Like, you're gonna have dudes that shake, rattle, and roll in every block you go into. But like, I just was like, this is crazy, man. To witness this stuff, man. It was wild, man. So now that they're cellies, man, like, I felt like everything was much easier. Like, they was, you know what I mean? Look up the old head, the booty bandit dude, got the la-la. He moving around, he handling business. I'm like, this jump crazy, man. Like, so they was handling business. And I walked by the dude, Greg, one day, and he looked me in my eyeballs, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. The man scanned me. Like, y'all know I be scanning people. I promise you, man, this man scanned me, man. Without hearing the noise, this man scanned me, y'all. Pause. I'm walking by. That's what I used to do. I would walk laps. That used to be my meditation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of dudes would do that in the block. But I would put my music on, y'all, and I would walk laps and just think. It won't even feel like I'm walking laps, man. Like, I'm just trying to burn time and think. I'm walking laps, man. I come past the old head, say, old head sleeping 16. As I'm coming around by the steps, I'm like this, I'm walking. I'm like, when I come around the last lap, I ain't see Greg, you know what I mean? I'm walking. When I'm coming around, I look, I see Greg standing over there now. He's super taller than his roommate, the dude that's freaking bodying his ass in the cell. He's super taller than him. He's standing by the door like this. He's like, I'm coming around. That man see me coming around, and man was like, I was like, look, just kept it moving. I'm like, when I get around, I'm like, man, what the fuck is he looking at, man? What the hell? I come back around. He was like, hey, T-Weezy. That's how he said my name now. Now that he freaking from the bottom. Now he on the bottom game. Pause. He like, hey, T-Weezy. Hey, T-Weezy. Hey, look. I see you got down high. You ain't getting it from us. Who you getting it from? I'm like, what? I heard what he said because I already had turned. I got my hand in my pocket. My CD player, I can just control the volume like that. I'm like, what? He was like, who you getting your la-la from? He changed up his whole sentence. He said, who you getting your la-la from? I was like, why? He said, I mean, you used to cop for me when we was in 4 building. What's the problem now? I'm like, come on, man. I just put the headphones on. He's like, nah, I'm being respectful. I turn around like, you know what I mean? He's like, nah, I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, like, what is the problem with mines? When mines got cooties? What's the problem? I said, man, look, we ain't gonna do that, man. We ain't gonna do that, man. Like, just come on. You like, nah, just tell me. I ain't gonna get mad. It ain't nothing like that. I just wanna know why you ain't buying none of my la-la. I'm like, I said, I put the headphones down both ears. I said, ain't you putting that joint in your tutor? He was like, am I what? Excuse me? I was like, you putting it up. He was like, well, how else is gonna come back? I looked at him like, dude, diabolical, y'all. So boom. He told the truth. I said, man, let me ask you another question, man. I said, Mo knew how you was getting that stuff back when we was in the 4 building? He was like, yeah, Mo, no. What do you think? Who you think I was messing with at first in there? I was messing with Mo. Yeah, until he got me in the hole and I cut him off. I was like, you was messing with Mo? He was like, yeah. Yeah. I was his baby. I was like, all right, man. I was like, nah, it ain't no reason, man. Like, he was like, well, all right. He rolled his head. He was like, all right. Picked off, y'all. I just kept it moving. I'm like, Mo knew the whole time that I was buying Lala that was in the tutor. He lied and told me it was a balloon game. I said, I'm going back in the mode, man. I'm gonna smack the goddamn shit out of me. Also, boom. Oh, you piss me off with this shit, man. You know I'm a psycho when I want to be. You want to bring the psycho out? You really want to? This is how you bring the psycho out, man. So when I see Mo ass, I'm gonna smack fire from his dumb ass. Straight the fuck up, man. We ain't gonna do no talking. He gonna think everything's sweet peaches and cream, and I'm gonna sneak the shit out of his ass and smack fire out of him. That's what I said I'm gonna do, man. I was like, you know what? Because I ain't got no beef with the dude. Greg. He was putting in his tuning. He been doing it. That's what he do. Because you know why? He been a goddamn boy. He been a damn boy or bisexual, whatever the fuck he is. I don't know. He been whoever the hell he is, man. You know what I mean? So I ain't had no drama with him. At the end of the day, though, I was mad at Mo, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was mad at that nigga, man. I was mad at that nigga, y'all. This is my word. They called outside right the next day. That nigga brought his ass outside, man. I seen that nigga. I said, yo, bro. I was trying to really get him to 229 into our yard. We was on yard 2. They was on the ball field this time. I was like, yo, bro, come over to our yard, bro. I'm about to go up. Bro. Come over here. I was like, nah, bro, I gotta take care of something on the ball field. What's up, Liz? I'm like, nah, bro. Like, come here, man. He was like, what's up? I gotta get on the yard. I'm like, come here. I'm like, come here. He was like, what's up? I was like, hey, bro, hey, look, say word the whole time. You knew that the nigga Greg was putting in his butt, bro? That Lala I used to buy from you, bro, he was putting in his butt, bro. He was like, he told you that? I was like, bro, just answer the fucking question, bro. He was like, I promise you, I spit. I super disrespectful. I was like, I spit. That nigga was like the Matrix. That nigga did a Matrix move. That nigga was like, that shit said, that nigga weed that shit. He was like, oh, you trying to spit on me, bitch? I said, fuck you, nigga. When I catch you, nigga, I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass, nigga. Fuck around with you, nigga. I said, that's fucked up, you lying, nigga. That nigga told me he been new, nigga. He was like, man, who gives a fuck where it come from, nigga? It's la. Yeah, alright, nigga, I got a trick for your ass, nigga. So he was like, alright, he talking shit, I'm talking shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, alright, that's a bet, nigga. We ain't gotta do no more talking. So I stay out of the yard, I'm mad as a bitch, it's time to go back. We go back in the pod, I'm like, man, this shit, wow, I was angry about the whole shit, because I'm like, damn, this supposed to be my man, you know what I mean? Like, the only thing I could do, I know that was disrespectful, y'all, and some whack ass shit that I did, but like, the way that shit was designed, it was like, I wasn't gonna be able to put my hands on it like that. So the only thing I could do was just disrespect him, for he can like really want to fight me, and I'm gonna beat his ass, you know what I mean? So I was that mad. So goddamn, I'm just like, I'm trying to cool it off. They let us off the yard. I'm like, I want to see if this nigga gonna wait, because their yard was getting off first. I was like, I want to see if this nigga gonna wait. I know they gonna let us go back along with the 2 building. I was like, I'm gonna see he gonna wait. They let them niggas off their big yard, and they went right back in the 4 building. I was like, yeah, I know it. You know what I mean? So I go back in the pod. And I'm like, man, this shit crazy. When I walk back in the pod, it was a new dude sitting at the table, and like he didn't even have his stuff when he put in his cell or nothing. He had his boxes, his bag, everything sitting right there. And I see he still had the orange jumpsuit on. Now this dude was probably like 6'3", looked like he work out, you know what I mean? Had a little size to him and everything. Now when I walk in, I see him, you know what I mean? I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who this guy was or where he was from or none of this shit. But when I walk in, like as soon as our pod was coming back, you know, he was trying to, I guess he was looking to see if he seen anybody that he know, anybody that he recognized or whatever the case. So I see him looking, he looking around and shit. Goddamn, you know what I mean? I don't know the dude. So I come back in the joint, moving around and shit. Now my roommate was from, I ain't gonna say where my roommate was from either, but my roommate was from, he was from the same place as this dude. And they was from Tidewater. They weren't from Richmond, nowhere like that. But he knew the dude. So when he come in the cell, he was like, yo, that's my word. He was like, yo, they just brought a whole lunatic in this bitch. I'm like, what you talking about? He was like, yo, the dude, we gonna call him Leon. He was like, yo, the dude Leon? Man, he's a lunatic, bro. And he chased that pack. He chased that motherfucking pack. So I'm like, what? He like, yeah. So goddamn, he like, bro, you gonna see that nigga a maniac, bro. That nigga a motherfucking maniac, bro. So goddamn. As soon as he got down, just sitting there looking like he was a subtle maniac. Like he didn't, it wasn't coming out yet. He was just looking around. But I see he's big. This is a big guy, slightly, you know what I mean? He like, so CEO come back. You see all this come from Rex. CEO was like, all right, you moving to cell 19. You know what I mean? So he moved down to cell 19. So he started walking his stuff down there. He started going down there, he put his stuff up. You know what I mean? So he moved down there, you know what I mean? Put his stuff up, get his stuff together. So we locked down, coming from Rex. So I don't know if his roommate told him, like, yo, this will be having a la, da, 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 da. So we come out, my roommate couldn't even get a chance to get to him, because when he come out, he looked, the man is already talking to Greg and the booty bandit dude. So he talking to them. He got a bag in his hand full of shit, probably like $25 worth of shit. He handed him the bag, you know what I mean? He gave him the bag. My roommate come out like, I mean, he like, damn, bro, what the fuck Leon at? I was like, he right there. He was like, oh, he about to buy some of that weed. I'm like, that shit crazy, man. He was like, man, yeah. He was like, but for real, that nigga a maniac, bro. I'm telling you, bro. He love that goddamn weed, though. You know what I mean? So as we just talking about it, I think it slipped my mind and my roommate mind, cause like I just felt like I didn't give a fuck no more about what the fuck they had going on. I know I wasn't gonna buy none of this shit, but I didn't know dude good enough to be like, hey, yo, you know what? I didn't even say shit. So we go to chow. So we go to dinner. So we go to dinner. Dude come sit with us and shit. You know what I mean? He come sit with us and shit. That nigga high as fuck. That nigga high as fuck, man. He wolfing. He gotta get a haircut. So he like, yeah, man, I'm trying to get a cut and shit, man. My roommate's like, yo, this is my nigga Weezy. My roommate, he's like, oh, what's up, cool? Like, what's up? You know what I mean? We spoke to him and shit. He dumb out. He was like, yo, that weed is in the pot. That shit good as a bitch. I'm like, shh. Nah, I ain't had no weed. I ain't had none of that weed. My roommate was like, nah, bro. Look, matter of fact, bro, like, be careful, man. Cop from that nigga and that boy, man. He was like, cause the nigga, tall nigga, he was like, yeah, he don't want to go over there and get it. And that nigga be putting that shit in his ass, bro. Like, pause. He said it just like that, though. Like, it was a major pause, but he said it just like that. He be putting that shit in his ass, bro. You know what I mean? Dude said, he be putting it where? He was like, bro, you know, why I just say it, bro? He be putting in his fucking butt, bro. He was like, shh. And you let me go fucking cop from this nigga, man? Fuck around with you. You ain't tell me none of that shit before I go spend my motherfucking $25 with this motherfucker and ain't go smoke the motherfucking weed. My roommate was like, bro, I ain't know. My roommate got scared. He was a bitch. He was like, yo, bro, I ain't know, bro. What you mean? I forgot, nigga. I ain't know where you was at. Now you come to the table high. He was like, man, it's a motherfucker. So time for us to leave. I'm looking at the nigga. I feel the energy. I can feel his energy. His energy, man, that nigga mad as fuck. I promise y'all, man, this nigga mad as a bitch. He get it moving. He get it walking. Goddamn, we going back. We get to the door too, but that nigga grabbed my roommate and he was like, motherfucker, fuck wrong with you, nigga? He said, nigga, you know we from the street and the jail, nigga. He said, do it look like I want to smoke weed behind a goddamn boy that goddamn put in his butt? He said, I didn't even know the nigga was a fucking boy. He was like, man, yeah, that nigga Greg a boy, man. The tall nigga a boy. He was like, what? He was like, man. He pushed my roommate. I was like, oh shit, my roommate, this clothes was all fucked up. He was like, damn, bro. I'm looking like, God. He was like, man, I told you that nigga maniac. I ain't trying to fight that nigga, man. I ain't trying to, like, man, shh. That shit crazy, man. So when he get up the steps, he went. That nigga was moving. We get in the pod. So we walk in the goddamn pod. That nigga was at them niggas' door. That nigga was at them niggas' door. I promise you, he was at their motherfucking door. That nigga was at their door. Goddamn, we get a little closer. That nigga was like, man, why? He was like, man, hold on, give me my motherfucking $25. Give me that bag back right there. Everything in that motherfucking bag. And then Greg was like, for when? Fuck, I ain't gotta give you nothing back. Where the rest of the lala at? I'll give it back. You give me all that lala I gave. He was like, nigga, fuck that. Nigga, how you come back from the BI? How you come back from the BI, nigga? As soon as he said that, I looked. The nigga Greg did just like this. He looked around that nigga and looked at me. Then he was like, that nigga looked at me. I was like this. I took my head the other way. Also, boom. God damn it, I ain't got nothing to do with this shit. I did. My roommate told me. I ain't had nothing to do with this shit. I ain't trying to be beefing with a boy and a boy slayer. You think so? Y'all think so? I'm not trying to be beefing with nobody like that, man. So I took my head and he was like, what difference does it make? It's weed. What difference does it make? It's weed. So when he say that, dude just smacked the goddamn taste out of Greg. Like, bah! Man, he smacked Greg. Greg swung some shit. When he swung some shit, man, the old head just rushed the nigga. Man, he rushed the big nigga and tried to grab him by his legs. Greg hitting the nigga on some wild shit up here. He trying to get the old nigga off his leg. He like, and that nigga pound the old head. He get the old head, a UFC pound. That nigga said, he started hitting that nigga like this with his left hand. He was like, then he grabbed Greg with his right hand. He was like, they right there in the middle of the door fighting. He like, he like, motherfucker. He start hitting that nigga like this. He grabbed Greg going crazy. Greg scratching that nigga there. I'm like, what the fuck? So the ladies in the booth see this shit. She like, stop right there. Stop, motherfucker, stop. Y'all better stop. Shh, I'm telling y'all, stop right now. Stop right now. They right there fighting directly up front. Now the lady can hit. Man, this is my word. She just start hitting. Boom, boom. She hitting Greg though. Greg take the first hit. He like, the lady hit that joke. Boom, boom, boom. Greg take off running that way. Man. I promise you, man, the dude, now he can really grab the fucking booty, man. Man, he grabbed that nigga, man. He lift that nigga ass up by his neck and just hit that nigga. Boom! Man, he knocked fire out that nigga, y'all. I promise you. Boom! First punch, put that nigga out. Oh, it was like, he just started hitting that nigga. Boom! Boom! He just started hitting that nigga. Boom! Boom! Oh, yeah, drop. And he started kicking that nigga. Boom! Boom! I look. That nigga Greg was coming back to the door. He looked. And they was just watching his fucking boyfriend get his ass with that nigga Greg said, ah! He jumped on that nigga back. He was like, dude was like, Greg was hitting that nigga like that. Ah! That nigga said, he dumped that tall nigga. And he said, boom! slammed Greg ass. Greg hit the ground, bounced back up. They start rumbling again. Greg was rumbling. Man. Police coming that bitch. They was like, yo, the police coming in. Police running that bitch deep as a motherfucker. They coming that bitch deep as a motherfucker, man. Came and grabbed them niggas. Broke that shit up, man. It took like 7 police to break that shit up, man. Man, they broke that shit up, man. Man, dude ain't even really been out the whole 48 hours yet, man. And the big nigga going back to the hole, the nigga Leon, man. I promise you, man, they handcuffed the nigga Greg. They handcuffed his boyfriend, man. They take them niggas out. Man. I was like, man, when he was leaving out, goddamn, I wanted to give him the Tupac blink, goddamn it, pause, like, goddamn it, that's what you get for selling that fucking Tudor weed in here, man. Get that shit out of here, man. They locked all them niggas up, man. That shit was crazy, man. But they came back out. They ended up getting back out. They stayed in the hole for a little bit. They weren't up in a fight. We was able to get them out of our pod, but they came back out. When they got back out, the old head tried to poke the big nigga Leon. He tried to poke the big nigga Leon, man. They say he had hit him kind of like right here, but the nigga Leon got off on his ass again. This was in front of the chow hall. So the old head nigga tried to get some get back. It didn't work. He ended up getting caught with a knife and he got tore off. The nigga Leon ended up going to the hole, and I guess while he was back in the hole, he was wilding, so they never let him out the joint. The nigga Greg ended up moving to one building, man, and continued on being who the fuck he was, man. A nigga that was super fruity and bringing back the la-la that was in the... He was doing that, man. He continued doing that. I would tell dudes every time, who got it? He got it. They trying to disguise it. Yo, who know who? Who know who they got it? Oh, he know who? Oh, he getting it from him. I'm good. You know what I mean? I would tell every time. And the dude Leon and the dude Greg knew it, man. I couldn't let it happen no more, y'all. But that was wild watching somebody go from the top to the bottom, y'all. Pause, man. Pause that. I can't pause it on the title. But pause that, man. But that was a crazy situation. That was the end of the damn story, though. I appreciate y'all for watching another one, man. Y'all already know what it is. Stay your ass out the way. Period, man. But this was the Tuesday banger. So what I need y'all to do this one. Like, share, subscribe, let's get it. Let's go. My people, be safe out there, y'all. And stay your ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.